Hey everyone, I would like to share my hand motions for memorizing the 10 commandments. So here we go. The first commandment is there is only one God. I memorize this by holding one finger up and pointing it to the sky. First commandment, there is only one God. The second commandment is like it. The second commandment is do not have any idols. So the way I memorize this is I hold two fingers up and I shake them like this, kind of like I'm shaking my head no. All right. The second commandment is do not have any idols. The third commandment, hold three fingers up and I cover my mouth. The third commandment is do not use God's name in vain. The fourth commandment, I use two fingers on each hand and I make a little church. So fourth commandment is remember the Sabbath, and you hold up two fingers on each hand and I make a little church. Now, Sabbath does not mean church. Sabbath actually means rest. So for example, God created the earth in 6 days and then he Sabbathed on the seventh. Now, this hand motion is a church because most Christians today celebrate the Sabbath by going to church. But Sabbath doesn't mean church. So if you can come up with a better hand motion than that, let me know and I might use it. The fifth commandment is honor your father and mother. So do not take your 5 fingers and slap them across the face. Honor your father and mother. The sixth commandment, this hand motion I actually got from a student. I used to do something different, but a student came up with this one and it was better than what I had. So now this is what I use. The sixth commandment is do not murder. All right, I'd use 3 fingers and I make these gangster looking guns right here. All right, so the sixth commandment is do not murder. The seventh commandment is do not commit adultery. All right, so the seventh commandment is do not commit adultery, which is not a word that you use very often, and you may have never even heard of it before. But adultery is when a husband or wife cheats on their husband or wife. So since nobody on this video or nobody in this class is married, you don't need to worry about it. But anyway, seventh commandment is do not commit adultery because marriage is for this many, not this many. Now you've got 7 fingers up. All right. The eighth commandment, I hold up 4 fingers on each hand and I hide my thumbs because the eighth commandment is do not steal. In some countries, if you get caught stealing, they'll just cut off your thumbs, all right, and then not send you to jail. So they'll leave you with 8 fingers. So the eighth commandment is do not steal. Now, the ninth hand motion, when I was taught these, I thought, that one is so silly and stupid, I'll never remember it. But because I said that, I remembered it. So you've just done the 8th one, and the 9th commandment is do not lie. Not even a little white line. I wiggle one thumb out, and now I've got 9 fingers up. So the 9th commandment is do not lie. Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan of that hand motion, so maybe you can come up with one that's even better. The 10th commandment is do not covet. So do not want to take your 10 fingers and get other people's things. Now, covet does not mean steal. Coveting's all in your mind. So stealing, right, that's breaking the 8th commandment. But the 10th commandment says you shouldn't even covet other people's things. Now, covet is a lot stronger than just want, right? You know, like if you grow out of your jacket or you grow out of your shoes and you need some new shoes, it doesn't mean like, oh, I want some new shoes. Coveting's it's a very strong word that would mean like you greatly desire it. Kind of like it controls your mind and that's all that you think about. Now, odds are you've experienced this before, right? But coveting it's a lot stronger than just want, right? Coveting means it controls your mind and it might actually lead you to steal which would be breaking another commandment. So the 10th commandment is do not covet. So do not want to take your 10 fingers and get other people's things. Thanks for listening.